Hello and welcome back to Citizen Pew Online. Today I'm going to be talking about some software. It's called Inkscape. And I use Inkscape to make thumbnails for my YouTube videos and stuff like that. Some other people do as well. But it's a free software for, how should I say it? I don't know, doing a little bit of everything, I guess. Kind of like Photoshop, stuff like that. But anyhow, I really like it. I think it does great for making thumbnails for my videos. So I'm going to do a little demonstration. If you're running a YouTube channel or you just want to do some graphical editing stuff with some free software, I think Inkscape might be what you're looking for. So let me jump over to I already have a test palette pulled up and some stuff to go over with you to show you how I do it, and maybe it's something you could use. And if you have any questions, of course, you can put a comment down in the comment section. All right, here, let's go over and look at this. All right, so here we are in Inkscape. This is one of my demo. Well, this is actually just a demo I built to show you all kind of how I build a thumbnail. So you have a space here that I guess it's like you can set up your building space or something like that for assembling stuff and make it that's like your print area or something like that. I don't ever use it. I just come off over here to the side and I build myself a box here, and it is 1080 by 720 because that's what's ideal for YouTube at this time. And it's transparent, and I'll show you why here shortly, but you can see here I dropped this back and you can still see it. That's my logo. I have two logos that I do with my online channel because sometimes I do gaming, sometimes I just do techie stuff. So there you go. Now the reason I build that is because I use photos a lot for my thumbnails. So I'm going to come in here and import. I picked a drone photo for this demonstration because it doesn't really apply to either of my channels. So it gives me something to build and show you some things you can do. So I'm going to open it up. Now, as you can see, the resolution is a lot different than the size I need. So if you hold Control down and you grab one of the corners, you can shrink this thing down and it keeps the proportions the way you want them. And then I'm going to push it to the back here, and there we go. And it's going to be, this was taken from a drone, so it's square. So what I'm going to do is I want the width is going to be the same as the height, so 1280. So I'm just going to come over here. I'm going to turn on linking those together and 1280, and it's going to be perfect right like that. So now what I can do is I can hold shift and click both of those. I can come over here to my alignment and center those up, and then zoom in and move this up and down to get the desired photo part that I want. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to simulate like check out my drone captured a runaway car or something like that. So we want this car in there specifically. But you know what, that's a little small, so I'm going to grow it here a little bit by holding Control and just dragging the corners because I want that car to be seen. I want it to be a big portion of what is on my thumbnail. Let's just get it here, but we don't want it so big that we lose the integrity of the photo. I mean, it'll be a little bit grainy, but yeah. Now, I don't like it at that angle, right? So if you click on the photo and then click on it again, you'll get the option to turn. And we're going to right there. Yeah, kind of like that. We'll see. Maybe a little bit more. There we go. Now, you got to remember too where you're going to put your logo. So I'm going to put my logo in this corner. I usually put it in the top left or the right, but in this one I'm going to put it in the top left. So that is going to be pretty good. Then I can put my wording here on the right side of the picture. So I'm going to click both pictures, and I'm going to come up over here to Object, and I'm going to hit Set Clip, and boom. There you go. There is my thumbnail. And you can see it's kind of blurry. Now what I usually do is to get my logo perfectly centered, I kind of just do a right justification or a left justification and a top justification for since it's on the left. If it's on the right, I do a right justification. And then I hold shift and use the arrow keys and move it down a set amount down and to the right. So there you go, just like that. Now I'm going to group that so I can move it all around and it stays together. Now, if you want to add some footage or some text, you just come over here to the left and you hit the text button, and we're going to type something like check out what my drone saw. Or, you know what, let's do captured. Captured. Yeah. That's what we're going to do. I'll show you why. I'll show you why so you can show you something. Captured. Check out what my drone captured, right? So you type all these out, and I did them in this way for a reason. So I'm going to put everything in here like this, and I'm going to right justify it. Boom. Just like that. And then I want it to be a pretty good portion of the right side of the screen. I'm gonna, if you have them all selected and you hold the control button down, use the arrow, you can shrink everything together. And the reason I'm doing that is because I want drone to be a little bit bigger, but not too big. Nah, maybe like that. All right, and then if you hold shift and hit the arrow keys, it'll move a coarse amount. If you just hit up and down, it'll move it a small amount. So there we go. That's pretty good. Let's get all that. I'm going to make it white real quick just so I can see it. All right, so now I'm going to right justify it again. Just make sure it's justified. And then there's this button down here. It's distribute vertically with even vertical gaps. I like that one. Boom. That puts the same gap in between each of these. Now you have some where you can justify it based on the bottom, but I just use that one. So you can play around with it if you decide to use this. Now, as you can see here, I have the footage. This white text is not very easy to see with the background that is there. So we have a couple options. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to shrink this down. Now I'm going to grow it a little bit more because I want it to be predominant here on the screen. But that car, so if you get this and you're like, yeah, you know what, I want to move that car, just ungroup this, click the picture, and then go down here to release clip, and boom. So now my clip is released, and I can make this bigger again. Oops. I hit Control Z. Make sure you unclick the your little template there. And I want to make this bigger, the car bigger in the scene. And yeah, let's go way big. It's going to get grainier. So there we go. Now let's zoom in on that and see what we think. All right. And I want that right. I'm going to want it to the left just a little bit, and I'll show you why. All right, there we go. Now, click on that, and I'm going to go and reset my clip. So as you can see, it's kind of grainy there. Now what I'm going to do is, now I leave the bottom here, just so you know, I leave a little gap at the bottom because when you use YouTube, they have their bar that goes down there. So this stuff doesn't always get shown. So I try to stay away from it. And what I'm going to do here is I'm going to build a box like this. And I'm going to make it black. And I'm going to send it behind all the text. And now I'm going to take all of that. I'm going to justify it. And I want this box to be... I want to take those away. I want it to be 720. I want it to be the same height as the Let me make sure I get these regrouped, and then I want to align that. There we go. And what I'm going to do here is I'm going to move that off. Actually, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to group that, and I'm going to line everything up to the top right corner. There we go. And I'm going to take this, and there we go. Move it down like that. And ungroup. There you go. Now, I'm going to take this, and I'm going to go over to my fill and stroke, and I'm going to make it a gradient, and I want it to go the other way. There we go. And I need more. I want it to blend more, so I'm going to come over this way a little bit more, maybe just like that, and then I can drag this, and there we go. And then I'll bring that back a little bit and blend it real quick. So there you go. You can see it's kind of not blended. Let's do this. There we go. You can still see a line there, but you know, you can play around with this. I'm just doing this as a quick demo. So the reason I did a black background, and what I like to do too, is I like to make it transparent sometimes. And so in this fill and stroke area, you can do that. You can make it transparent. So I'm just going to make it 75% transparent. There you go. And that gives me a little bit of a background so that my lettering sticks out more. Now, the reason I did this one is I'm going to make that red. So check out what my drone captured. And now, that would be perfect. I mean, not perfect, but yeah, it would be a thumbnail that you could make right there. But I'm going to do a little bit more. So we're going to take this here, and if you highlight it, you can come over here and choose your font, and we're going to get something a little crazy. Not really crazy, but something that stands out. Let's see here. You know what? I'm going to do... Yeah, there is tons of fonts here, but you'll learn some of them. I'm going to do Tarzan. There we go. And now I'm going to bring that back in, and what I want to do is I want to kind of bring it over here and do something like that. So check out what my drone captured. Now I'm going to want to offset this a color because I want it to be seen. So there we go. Or, you know what we could do is, well, we'll just leave it yellow. So I can do another video. If you guys watch this and you're like, whoa, I want to know how to do this and this and that, you know, there's plenty of videos out there, and you can check them out. There's a lot of people that do videos on this stuff. So, but I wanted to demonstrate. This is what I use for doing my thumbnails. And one of the other things you can do to kind of add to this is if I copy this and I'm going to change it to no. Let me change it to purple just for a second. I'm going to bring it in here. Now I could just use the alignment tools, but I'm not too concerned with it being aligned perfectly, because what I'm going to do is I am going to create a shadow effect. We'll go a little bit heavier there, and then I'm going to move it back, and I want it behind the red. So there we go. And we'll go with the white, and then no, we're going to go with black. Let's see what black looks like. That's too dark. Like I said, you know, it takes some, you got to play around with it a little bit. Or maybe like that. That's not too bad. I don't know. Check out what my drone captured. Now, maybe you want to make all of this a little bit different, right? Maybe the white text up here is too big. So come up here, bring it down like that. Bam. And then You know what? I am going to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Nah. Nope. Let's go. Yep, I like that one. That's all right. So there we go. We're going to group that, and I'm going to now grab everything, and I'm going to re-justify it. And like I said, sometimes thumbnails are important. They get views. So put that there. Maybe I'll move it back there. And then this, I will adjust it so we can get rid of that line. And go over here and no, I don't want that. Bring it over a little bit and let's see here. Let's see how that looks. Yeah, so you can't, that line that was kind of by the truck is gone, and there we go. Oh, that's not too bad. So then all you gotta do is you highlight the whole thing, you group it, and then you can come over here to your export and then click on the export thing, and I'm gonna save it in my video I'm making for this, and this will be my example thumbnail. There we go. Save. And now it's exported and I can use it for a video. So there you go. Hopefully that was a pretty good brief overview of using Inkscape for making thumbnails. Let me switch back over here to the main screen there. Alright, so let me know your thoughts down in the comment section. If there's something you'd like to know about using Inkscape, by all means, put a comment down in the comment section. I can do another video. I don't have problems making videos on the stuff I do for my channels. So, but Inkscape is free, and for what I do, it works. It works. So you can check out both my channels, Citizen Pew Commentary, Citizen Pew Online, and see what you think. And if there's something that you're like, whoa, how'd you do that? Just ask me, because there's all kinds of stuff. This is just kind of an intro level. You can take photos and get them all in, make collages and stuff like that. It is crazy what you can do with this. Now, because it is a free software, its controls are a little hard to get used to. And I've spent many years getting used to Inkscape. So, anyhow, that's what I got for you. Let me know, like I said, your thoughts down in the comments section, and I'll answer anything I can if you have any questions. And like I said, I'll make another video if necessary. So, all right, that's all I have for you. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you're not subscribed. All right, y'all have a good day.